What is up, guys? It is TK Whopper, and we're going to be doing another tutoring. This time, I'm a little lag issues. This time, we're going to be tutoring RevWhite, who is Kassadin on blue side. So, let's make blue side. And as I said before, I'm going to try and get out 2 tutorings every Saturday. And now, keep in mind, they're going to be recorded on Saturday. And because it takes me a while to, like, upload, save the video, they'll probably be actually online, like, Sunday. Maybe there'll be like one online Saturday, one online Sunday. I don't really know. But this one should probably be up by Sunday. I don't know. Anyways, we're tutoring this guy on Cass. He is against a Kassadin, and they have a Jarvan jungle. So, to be honest, I don't like this. I probably would have gone Crystalline Flash, 1 health potion, and then 1 ward. Because pre-6, Cass is extremely vulnerable to ganks. And Jarvan has really good ganks early on in the game. So I personally would have gone for a ward. It's just a safer way of laning. And Katarina does have a decent amount of poke, but she's probably not going to be poking you down too hard. So you shouldn't really need those extra potions. Maybe if you were against like a super poke heavy lane, for example, like maybe N, you would want to go that extra potion. But I don't know. It is personal preference. You don't have to go to the ward. It's just safer. So Katarina went Negatron, 2 health pots. I don't really like opening up with Negatron because it's like, okay, you open up with Negatron and then what do you get? There's no good AP MR item. There's no good mid-game AP MR item. And by, yeah, AP MR, which I kind of find frustrating. Like, no Magic Mantle, the only thing she can really get is a Negatron cloak or something. Which is, yeah, oh shoot, no, not Megatron. Is Merc Tread, which, yeah, it's good. It reduces the silence so you can use spells sooner. And it gives you the MR mobility, but I really just don't like it, to be honest. Oh, that was good. Okay, I don't know what he's doing now. Oh, wow, I'm blind. Yeah, no, he shouldn't be going there. Because he's not going to be able to help. Never mind. That Jarvan missed it. Alright, so let me finish this here. Alright, first of all, that flash was unnecessary. It didn't do anything. He could have easily QE'd from range and done the exact same thing. Second of all, the reason I wouldn't have done that is if Jarvan was playing correctly, there was no reason for Maokai to walk down. Obviously, you're going to get to your tower. If Jarvan had EQ'd, he would have killed Maokai, and Maokai did a lot in the fact that Kassadin was able to kill him. So what would have happened is, maybe he could have, Maokai would just have, yeah, let me try and get my thoughts together here. Maokai would have just died to Jarvan, and then Jarvan would have double buffs, and Kassadin would have no buffs, and he would be a lot stronger, and while they were fighting, Kat would be roaming down from mid, so he wouldn't have been able to kill Jarvan, and then Katarina probably would have just killed him, or at least burned his flash. So, but because Jarvan missed his EQ, it worked out, like, extremely well for him. So, roaming there wasn't necessarily a terrible idea. I don't think I would have done it, because if Jarvan had been able to kill Maokai, he wouldn't have gotten anything out of it, and if Katarina had just stayed mid, he would be really, really behind, because she would have experience and levels on him, and he just wasted all this time down here that accomplished nothing. So, because it did work out, it was extremely good, but I don't know if I would have done that. I don't know. To be honest, I did think he was level 1, so I forgot he had 2 and he should get that. Well, now the game's pretty much over, which is kind of like the game, they lost the game practically, not really, but they practically lost the game on that missed Jarvan thing. Because Maokai did a lot. He knocked up Jarvan, he got a lot of damage down. If he was dead, that full fight would have been so much different. So anyway, that's my take on that. It ended up working out for him. That's kind of luck, kind of just driving me bad, I don't know. But in the end, it did work out. And so now, he just rapes land. I mean, a Kassadin with double buffs that's about to hit 6, although they're probably going to be gone by the time he hits 6. Let me check. I can't see his XP. I thought I can. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, he might hit 6 while the buff is still there, but he's not really gonna get to utilize them. So right now he got the double kill, right? So he probably has tons of gold. Yeah, he's got 1500. He can do a lot of things when he goes back. He could go tanky Kassadin and start getting like catalyst out of ages just so he pretty much never dies. Or he could start getting tier, go for Seraph because you want to start stacking early. And tier is pretty good on Kassadin because his Seraph, the shield on Seraph is really good. He's missing minion too, that's really bad. He missed like 4 in a row that he should have gotten. It's pretty bad. So you should just recall now. I mean, he has Crystal Flash. Like literally, he has no items. All he has is his abilities, and he has so much gold that the roam is just like a waste of time. Like, and he didn't even know if that was warded or not. So Kassadin's beating him in CS, which is really bad. When you get such a huge lead early on, it's all over the wall. Yeah, you wanna, when you're full mana, there's no reason not to ult to get close to the minion. You could have at the very least gotten the XP for that one. You should cue that. Yep. You gotta, when you're full mana especially, but just in general, but especially when you're full mana, you should use abilities to get CS. And now a mistake he's making here is he's roaming when he's not immediately needed before pushing out the wave. He can push out a wave really fast, so there's no real reason to roam before you do that, because what should have happened is he pushes out the wave, he gets those 6 minions, and then these minions, these mages, die on her tower, and he missed the gold from that one mage and those 3 melees, and he still accomplished nothing. If he had pushed the wave and then started to roam, he wouldn't have gained anything by roaming, but he at least wouldn't have lost the wave that was there. And she's gonna get those minions that he missed. He shouldn't miss. So now he's Uni. He can't really capitalize on this. Like, he can go in, but he's gonna maybe pass on. No, he's not in the game. So yeah, he's just recalled. As you saw Maokai going in, he should have just recalled and then have Maokai push out the wave. Because he's not gaining anything by staying in this lane for as long as he is. Like, not only is he missing all the minions, which is not good. He got 1 out of 4. He should have either. He had the mana to Rift Walk and E. Like, with Kassadin, you never want to go so in that you can't Rift Walk. You always want to have mana for a Rift Walk up. But at the very least, he had the mana. I don't know why I said the very least. He had the mana to use both Rift Walk and E. So he should have E those 4 minions, gotten all of them. He would have missed 3, and then gone back. Because he stayed way too long. After he got the advantage, like, let's say you have 2 kills and a lot of gold in your pocket. That gold in your pocket isn't actually helping you. Yeah, you are stronger in levels by a little bit, but you're not actually stronger because you don't have the items to make you stronger. So once you get an advantage, you want to go back, capitalize on that advantage by getting items, and then abuse that advantage as much as you can to build an even bigger advantage. Throughout that whole time, when he had double buffs and a kill, he wasn't gaining an advantage over Katarina because he had no items to gain an advantage with. So he was just staying in lane and not getting more ahead of her, which he should have been because he was winning by so much. Oh, that was really long. I'm pretty sure just beat him in there. That's bad. That let her get a lot of counter-attack damage off. Alright, you might want to go rewatch that whole thing because it was like really rambly and I didn't speak it so coherently, so. But it was very important what I just said, so you might want to go rewatch it. And he can get this kill, yeah. I mean, yeah. So yeah, that was good. Now he's capitalizing on his advantage, being very aggressive whenever he can. He should, wow. Okay, either pings a lot, or he has really good map awareness. No, like, this isn't gonna embed nothing. He's not gonna get there in time to do anything. Well, I'll definitely say that. But, E. Why did he so late? Yeah, that was... He ended up getting a kill out of it, which was good, but he either has to... roam earlier or not at all. The worst thing you can do in League is hesitate. That's the worst possible thing. Because when you're hesitating, you're like, oh, should I push out the wave and get the tower, or should I go help? You're not doing anything. You have to make a decision immediately, even if it might not be the best decision. Like, if he had made the decision to roam immediately, he did do it pretty fast, but he could have done it a little bit faster. Then that would have been okay. He probably could have gotten the Jarvan kill. Or if he had just pushed out the wave immediately, yeah, they wouldn't have killed Kassadin. I mean, yeah, they wouldn't have killed Jarvan, but he probably would have gotten a lot of tower damage. Either one of those would have been fine, but what he did, how he waited a tiny bit before roaming, wasn't good. And also, he should have ulted to get there sooner. He was like full mana, so that wasn't really a problem. And he's got to queue those minions. You've got to queue to get minions. He's missing a lot of them because he refuses to use abilities. He has 40 CS in 11 minutes. That's awful. So, yeah, he should be queuing to get those. He should not be missing all of those. You got to use abilities to get minions. Now, don't go excessive with that. Don't make yourself trying to get minions. But if you're going to be missing this many minions, you have to use abilities. And also, if you're missing minions a lot, you can do two things. Yeah, go help your team drag. Oh, I forgot. I can actually see pings. It just says get awareness because I haven't seen it knock on pings. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if you're really missing a lot of minions, take the 4 extra damage in the offense tree to minions just to help you a little bit, and also just start using abilities. And another thing to help you practice getting better at CSing, you should eat those. You missed one, but I didn't have to. Something that'll help you get better at CSing is like go into a custom game just by yourself and just practice CSing. And if you want to make like a competition for yourself, see how many minions you get by 10 minutes. Because it's very low commitment. It's only like 10, 12 minutes of time based on like loading and stuff. 12 minutes and then try and get 100 minions. And if you do that, then you're good. I would say like, it's probably scored around the same as like a test would be. 100 is like perfect. A 70 is pretty bad. You have to step it up. It's just the same thing. Like, you ideally, if you're getting like 60, don't rank, in my opinion. Just learn how to CS before you do that, or jungle and support, because those don't have to CS. Because like that's really bad. That's gonna really hurt you if you miss that many minions. That was good. He took their blue, and he had a ward, so it was safe. I don't. Okay. Yeah, there's just. It'd be a 1-on-2, but they're really low level. He probably could make something happen if he ulted into that bush and then waited to make a play, but it's fine. It's better to be safe than sorry. So right now, he's 4-1. Katarina is 0-2. But if we compare gold, he's gonna have more, obviously. But okay, I was wrong. He must have gotten shutdowns. Who did he shut? Oh, did he get a shutdown kill on? Oh, how did he even get that much gold? Oh, okay. I see what happened. I was looking up the scores, and I thought she was 2-0, not 0-2. So I thought she had more gold. Never mind. Anyway, resuming the game. He could have a lot more gold than he does. And he's doing the same thing of roaming when he doesn't have to. Like, either push down mid-tower, or at least push out the waves really fast before he's on throw. He'll probably be able to get a kill here, but he's wasting a lot of time. Right now, she is getting ahead of him. He's doing nothing right now for his team or for himself. He's gotta be more. He's gotta roam less. Yeah, obviously you want to roam like Kassadin. The point of Kassadin is to roam. But before you start roaming, don't just like start roaming immediately, because that will let the other laner get ahead of you, or at least catching up to you if they're behind. You've got to either insta push out the wave, or you can. Oh, see, that's good. See, he is winning in lane by so much. If he could just stay in lane, he could deny her minions, push really fast, kill her even, and then roam. Like, all his roaming isn't helping. His lanes are, if his lanes were getting absolutely destroyed, he was the only one doing well, yeah, you gotta roam to make sure they don't get even more fed. But when your lanes are doing decent and roaming will only get them more ahead, that's the time when you don't want to use, that's the time when you don't want to roam. So, he should have just... It's good that you roam, but just not as much as he is. Just stay mid and then insta-push the wave and then he's just roaming a little bit too much that he's getting really hurt in terms of CS. He is 57 right now, he could have 80. But because he's roaming so much, and the roams aren't even helping him, he doesn't have that great CS. Oh, speaking so much non-stop. We're just gonna watch this for a bit. That was sick. Alright. Yeah, so I just want to emphasize, I'm not saying don't roam. I'm really not trying to say that. And I'm not trying to say what he's doing is awful. It's still good. But before you roam, push your weight. Because otherwise, you're going to really fall behind on minions. And while you might, he's still doing well, but a lot of his roams weren't as effective as they could be. And he could have been getting guaranteed gold for minions instead of risking the gain of gold by going to roam. Like, if he stayed mid, he knows he's getting those minions, but he actually missed it all. But ordinarily, he would know he's getting those minions, but because he's roaming so much, he's like, maybe I'll get a kill. And I don't like taking risks. That driving build is, that's manly. I gotta respect him for that. Go. Something's happening. I see pings. Go. Why are you going pot? Nothing's happening. Oh, the one time I actually want you to roam somewhere, you don't. You could have helped out so much. Alright, well, Jack's is OP. But, still. And see, Jack. She's gonna eat that minion. Okay, she doesn't have these. She did heavy, she's just bad. But, he's still dead. Gone. And if he had been there, that wouldn't have happened. And he didn't even get anything. He didn't even get blue. What was he even doing? Yeah, that's why, again, it's risk gold over guaranteed gold. Now, granted, the most guaranteed gold would have been staying mid getting minions, but the second most would have been going top because you saw them fighting and you know you could have helped them. And then the least guaranteed gold is like, I don't even know what he was just doing. Maybe going for a dive. Did they get dragon? I don't even know. Oh yeah, by the way guys, some good news. I got the diamond 2 today. It's pretty happy. Now, he should vault like that. Now, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't the classic getting to Diamond 3 story where it's like, I absolutely rave and carry my team so hard. Again, he's got ward, so this is safe. This is good for you. But, now he's got a bail. I mean, I don't know, what kind of blitzcrank do? Like, okay, now he's got a bail. Ult away, man. He's going to die. Ult away. Please ult away. Please, just ult away. I don't know why he wouldn't want to ult there. Like, I can see why you wouldn't want to flash, you want to save it, but there's no reason not to just ult away. No, don't ult into... No, you're going too hard. Alright, okay. He got the kill, it ended up working out, but now Ezreal's dead. How do you feel about yourself? How are you gonna live with that on your conscience? Okay, it did end up working out, but still, it's like, last night for a kill on a Kassadin who's not even worth that much gold. It still worked out, kind of, but Ezreal died. I think it would have just been better to leave, because as you know, I don't like taking risks, safer, just back up.
Purple team has slain the dragon.
And they got dragon. 1950. Although this team doesn't know that question. No, they did. They saw everyone walking away. It's obvious what they were doing. So yeah, as you guys can tell, this is a mistake a lot of people make. Your score does not determine how well you play. Now, I'm not saying he's doing bad, but I am saying that he has made mistakes. You can be 10-0-10 and make tons of mistakes. Just because you're doing well doesn't mean you did amazingly. He could have gotten that, probably. I don't know, it would have been nice to I guess not. Oh, If he doesn't have double, he had W up, he probably could have gotten over 2 autos. But Sinjin and Cat were coming, so sorry. It's pretty huge right now. I'm looking at golds. Oh, Ezreal's actually bigger than him. You know why? Look, 2-1-1, 7-1. But he actually has been CSing this whole game, so he's losing in gold. Yeah, so still roam. I can't emphasize this enough. Still roam. Just push first. Unless you're needed immediately. Like for example, at that time when Jax and Singe were fighting, or early on in the game when you don't really have great ways to push the wave, then you can just. But it's just pretty good with his pulls. None of them have good pulls, as in pulling good targets, but Jax is probably catching up with gold. Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah, the time with Jackson changed, or early on. Kind of when it's okay to roam without pushing. But times when he does it, when it's just like, oh, maybe I can get a kill down here, that's the one. I mean, he doesn't really have to go back in there. He can ult to get that kill probably, but now it's too much. No, oh, he's getting that. But and also drive and like walk back up when I reach it. But if he had done a little bit earlier, it would have been just a little bit.
Turtle Team's turret has been destroyed.
Singe, best laugh in game. They're honestly baroning. I mean, I don't agree with that personally. Oh, I'm probably not doing it. Good. Oh, this is silver 1, by the way. And if you watched the last one, it was 0. Yes, 0, not 0. It was bronze 1, but he's in promo right now, and he's like playing the game as pretty intense. That was sick. In the bush. I hope he wins, because he's the one who gets silver. But he belongs in silver. I don't think he should be in silver. This is fine. Like it was a little hand, but it's Kassadin, so who cares? Don't put up surrender ropes. I feel like I just hate that because it lowers team morale, and it's just unless it's like really obvious. Now they are losing right now by a lot, but it's not like the end of the world. So I don't like surrendering unless it's like really obvious. Like for one of my promo games, we were literally at their nexus at 19 minutes. That's a time when you can surrender. I don't think they had time to surrender. I think we killed the nexus before they could. But that was a pretty lame game, because I was just top the entire time. Slowly wailing on Renekton. It's a shame, because as soon as Renekton came into lane, I just killed him. But, the, interesting fact, you see that little purple stuff that just came about him? That says plus 20? That's your Rod of Ages stacking. I didn't know that until, like, not recently, but like 6 months ago. I haven't played the game for so long, so that's relatively. I didn't know that for so long. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I was just killing Renekton whenever he came back into lane. I was Zed, and yeah, just take this. I mean, alright, let's go. God hooks, just go, just to be cool. Oh, he tried, good. Oh yeah, as I was saying, I keep getting interrupted. Stop making plays. Alright, he's 9-1. You know why I don't feel like he's 9-1? Because he's making so many mistakes. No offense. Like, you're playing well, but you could be playing amazing as well. Yeah. So anyways, I was Zed, and my KDA wasn't that great. I ended 5-3-2, which is like, it's not bad. And I don't really know why I care about KDA so much, but I do. So I kind of wanted to get my KDA a little bit higher before the end of the game, just by farming Renekton, or whatever. Because it kind of looks like I get carried. I mean, 5-3-2, it's not like I fed and then my team carried me, which happened in this Twitch game, but it wasn't like I carried my entire team. I used to be mid and jungle, like those are my two roles, but I stopped playing jungle when I realized that I sucked. So I started moving to top, and I've been doing quite well. It got really sad for a second. I mean, just like Blue Dragon, guaranteed gold over the risk of trying to get these gold down here like they're doing. Just like, I don't even know what that just was. Just Blue Dragon, and then group up and push. Ult. You gotta ult to get closer. Like, no, I thought I was just gonna get that out. It's so funny. Oh yeah, does any of you guys know why I don't have chat names? Like, really frustrating. I don't know how to get chat. Look, I have chat checked. And look, there's chat. But I don't actually get the all team chat. It's all just everything, yeah. Really frustrating. Whatever. What is this? Oh, I thought that was 50%. I need to use this for but I thought it was 50%. Not 50%. Big trivia would be pretty cool. There's like random facts that a lot of people probably don't know. Oh. That's the best, like, voice acting. So good. My stage laugh. Just godly. And then shit. Go, Cass. That's my okay. It's Cass. Oh. Cassin, go for the Twitch. Oh no, fail. I don't think it's done. Flash, no, stop going so ham! Both of them honestly just failed that flash. This guy goes so ham. If she hadn't been there to save his life, he would be so dead. I mean, like, he couldn't have expected her to ult. There's no, the reason she got it with the E. The reason I would have said to Flash is like, there's no way he thought to himself, oh, wait a minute, she's going to ult me. I can go in and get this kill safely. There's no way he thought that to himself. He just went to and happened to get lucky. And then he went even more ham and died. So, stop going so ham. Okay, yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah, that. Oh, way to go. He's gonna kill me with two autos, yeah. It's just ridiculous how strong Jax is right now. With Trinity, he's still dead, wow. He went Rattle Rage straight up into Rabadon's. It's good. I mean, you can go a lot of things on Cass. I like tier into Seraph because the shield, Kassadin's really, really aggressively game, as in he ults in and he has to be close to them to deal his maximum amount of damage. So you need that Seraph, that shield, to prevent you from dying as you go in. That's why I like getting it. It also gives a lot of AP. Other good items, Rod of Age is good, Rabadon's good, Sork obviously, maybe Merc if you really need it, but that's a rare occasion. You can go Deathfire Grasp if you want more single target burst, Void Staff if you want more damage, Guardian Angel if you find yourself being focused a lot, Zonia is also just being focused a lot of big armor. Abyssal is pretty good if they have like a big mage or something.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
And GG, 3 vs 0, cinch bread. Alright. Good game. I don't know how to do that. I can break the game. Oh, I can still scroll around. It's pretty intense. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned a lot. And don't forget, it's like, yeah, 10-2, he did well, but he made many mistakes. Now, I don't want to say many, but many. You can always play better no matter how well you play. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed. And Mr. RevWhite, I will see you in Diamond.